This is an insane video today of what police initially thought was a kidnapping. And I want you to watch a couple of things. One thing is, I want you to watch this guy right here at the bottom of the frame who's going around his red car. But I also want you to keep an eye on that black truck that is at the gas pump with the driver just leaning against the bed. Those are the main things to watch in this video. Afterwards, I'm going to tell you what actually happened here. But I want you to tell me if you would have done anything different given the circumstances. So now we're watching as the driver goes around his red car and he looks into the back seat. It's cut off of the frame right now, but it's a little strange that somebody would be looking into the back seat of their own car instead of just going inside and buying the cigarettes or beer or whatever they were going to the store for. As you can see, it's night. So this guy hesitantly goes into the convenience store. Now, in a matter of moments, you're going to see a woman run at a full rate of speed away from this car to try to escape this guy. And I want you to keep an eye on that truck back there and what the driver is doing throughout this process. There she goes. You can now see this young girl. She's fled from this red car and she's running over to the truck, to the perceived safety of the driver of that truck. And you're also going to see on the other side of this SUV, the suspect who went inside for a moment was watching, saw her run, and now he runs after her. There goes the suspect. He cuts across the parking lot. She goes over to this guy's truck. And now, because she's scared, she climbs underneath the truck. Underneath the truck. So now the driver of the truck seems to be like, okay, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on. And the suspect is trying to coax her out from under this truck, trying to get her out of this vehicle and get her to wherever he wants to take her. You see him struggle for a bit. Now he picks her up like a doll, and he runs with her back to his vehicle. Almost dropped her on her head, as you could hear them saying as they're showing the police this security footage. And there he goes. He takes her like that and puts her back into this car. And they thought, oh my God, this little girl just got abducted at the gas station here. How insane is this? What's going on here? Look at the truck driver's back to it. All right, just keep pumping the gas in the vehicle. If you saw what looked to be a little girl running up to your truck, and then when somebody else chased after them, the girl went to hide under your truck, and then you saw somebody pull them away, carry her away like that, would you do something? Would you get involved? Seriously, in the comments, tell me if you would have done what this guy in the truck did and mind your own business, because it's none of your business what's happening here, or would you have done something? So you can see that he ends up putting her back in the car, and then the car ends up fleeing the scene. Somebody saw this, and they ended up calling 911. The police in this area, South Salt Lake City, I believe, decided to release this footage because they wanted to find out who this was and catch the person responsible. Now, it was a little more complex than just being a kidnapping. In fact, what looked like a little girl to all of us just watching that was actually a woman in her early 20s. And this young woman in her early 20s, some reason she's like 80-something pounds. Some more details here from the local NBC affiliate talking about what happened.
Kidnapping. A man is behind bars tonight facing several charges after police say he forced a woman into a stolen SUV.
Well, fortunately, that woman is safe tonight, but detectives say they had a little help from key witnesses. News specialist Garna Mejia is tracking the latest in this case. And Garna, a lot of concern tonight. The video is showing the bystander actually doing nothing.
Yeah, they just sat there. They didn't do anything. They were just standing by.
Yeah, that's right, Dan, and good evening. Police say that the key witness, that key bystander, did nothing to help out the victim, but it was other bystanders who stepped in to call 911, and their actions, along with all of the community support, police say may have saved a life.
So the guy in the truck didn't even dial 911, and we got some updates about this. Video shows the small-framed woman running toward a truck where she tried to get underneath with several witnesses nearby. No one did anything. But the suspect caught up to her, dragged her out, and carried her away, slung over his shoulder. A couple of witnesses reporting her, hearing her yell, "Help, please help me, help me. Meanwhile, the man in the truck did nothing. Then the man shoved her into a stolen Nissan Pathfinder, leaving police with very little information to work with. Witnesses at the scene described the victim in this case as possibly a teenager. They thought that was a young girl, a teenager. In addition to that, a shoe was left at the scene, which was a size 3. So with that limited information, we didn't have a name or date of birth. They went looking for this girl. They said some of the other bystanders had called 911. Thankfully, that worked. But police support bystanders stepping in to help in situations like this kidnapping, but they said it's a personal choice. This young girl, she was, the suspect was 22 years old, and I guess she was actually 35 years old. Community tips and the family of the suspect ended up turning her in. She's petite, 5'1", with a weight of 86 pounds, so they thought she was a teenager. They said, according to arresting documents, the couple had been dating for 8 months. The victim allegedly told police Kravitz had a history of assaulting her, which is unsurprising, considering what we saw here. The woman told detectives they had an argument Friday night, and he hit and kicked her in the car. Then when he went into the gas station, she attempted to run away. He was arrested and booked into Salt Lake County Jail under suspicion of kidnapping, assault, receiving or transferring a stolen vehicle, and use or possession of drug paraphernalia, according to an affidavit of probable cause. You know, the most concerning thing to me is how the driver of this truck could just sit there as all of this was going down. He had somebody run out of their vehicle, run to him for help, and he let them down as badly, as poorly as you possibly could let somebody down. He stood there, and he never flinched and never attempted to help. Would you have done the same in this case? If not, what would you have done to try to stop this from happening? There are way too many bystanders that don't do a damn thing when they see a terrible incident going on. This young girl, or turns out she's in her 30s, this woman, but they probably all thought she was young. There's a guy right here. He's seeing exactly what's happening. There's people in this car. There's people in this car right here. They have the window down, I believe. All of these people sat here as they thought they just watched an abduction. Why would people do this? Let me know what you think in the comments. Luckily, this person has been found safe, and they've been separated from this individual that hopefully they'll keep some distance from in the future. Tell me what you think of those comments. If you like this video and you want to spread the word, hit that share button. I'd appreciate that greatly. If you are new around here, well, now's the time to follow the page. Facebook.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit that follow button for videos just like this every single day. Don't be like that guy in the truck. Do not be like him. Take a moment and follow the page over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Hit the subscribe button, and I appreciate you watching the video, first of all, but we'll talk to you again real soon.